Good morning, dear Pisces. It's Empress Rose here. Welcome to your reading. These are general readings, so we take what works, we leave what doesn't, as with everything in life. And if I don't catch your storyline or wavelength for this reading, check your other major placements for other information. Just got some messages that the other major placements actually were very accurate for other people. So, and I found the same to be true. I didn't believe it. I thought that's too many placements. That can't be possible. It's too much, and it's not. It's, for whatever reason, it can be a little more, it can be accurate as well. I don't understand it. I don't understand the mechanisms of tarot, but I just do it. All right. Oh, bother. All right. You've got this morning dew girl. You've got some grief you're going on with. You're looking at the past. Something ended. It's made you very sad. This grief process you're going through, though, has a purpose, and you're going to grow from it, and you're going to other parts. She's collecting the dew off this weeping dahlia. I always think of like the doll. It's like tears are salt water. Like, why is she gonna put that? But it's a dahlia and it's dew in this. The metaphor it breaks down at some point. So this is a dahlia and it's dew. It's not salt water. It's not salty tears, but they look like tears. They're referencing tears, and she's bringing it to someplace else in the garden to water a plant that's not getting enough water. So you are going through a grief process. It's for the purpose of your growth, and you'll be much stronger, even though we all hate the grief process. I mean, I think that's why sad songs are there, to make the grief process actually a little bit like enjoyable. I mean, you don't want to get stuck there, but this is not, you're not getting stuck anywhere. You're going through a process. It's a process. You go through it, and you listen to your sad songs to make it a little less lonely and painful. And then you can move forward, right? But we don't get stuck there. And I think we can oftentimes develop habits in our grief process that we then carry forward to our better days, which should actually be left behind in the grieving days. So, but you are going to have some better days. You're going to grow from this. But there's been an ending, and your heart's still looking at the past. And then there's also this stagnancy here. We have home in the sky. So these birds could be going someplace, but they're choosing not to. They could be talking, but they're choosing not to. They've chosen to remain comfortable in their homes, and their homes are suspended up here in the sky in this, they're suspended. Yeah, this is like stagnation, suspension, suspended animation here. And these balloons are, you know, as a mode of transportation, not that great, because you're just relying on wind and things completely out of your control to move you someplace. But that might be okay. Sometimes we do need to wait for an opportunity to happen, or for something to change in order to get moving. But so we have this stagnancy, we have this suspended animation. You're comfortable, you're going to stay comfortable, and that's what you've chosen. You've chosen comfort over discomfort, and you've chosen stagnation over movement. You've chosen sort of silence over, and you're comfortable with where you're at. You're not out of your comfort zone. You're actually staying in your home, and that's why you're not going anywhere. It's a very coronavirus card, really, but it can also be a spiritual card as well. But it's very what are we doing? We're isolating. I can't remember the word. I don't know. Okay, and then we have this Elixir of Life. So this is really about your comfort zone, making yourself comfortable maybe while you go through this grief process. That's what could be talking about, because this is about creature comforts, and Elixir of Life is sort of about that. Nurturing ourselves, nurturing our bodies, making sure our bodies are feeling good and feeling the pleasures that our bodies are meant to feel. And that's a variety of things, from food to sexuality to feeling pretty and feeling good about yourself, to touch and all of that. We're really engaging with our five senses here. She's got her eyes closed and she's just smelling good smelling things. We're getting in touch with sustaining our physical bodies. That's how I read this card. Healthy, what's healthy for our bodies, what feels good for our bodies, a massage, some aromatherapy, some listening to this sad song if it feels good right now to do that. So we're paying attention to how our bodies feel. Our lovely, amazing bodies, no matter what shape or size they are just amazing, and allow our spirits to have these experiences and are the very reason for our existence. So that anybody disses on their bodies is very sad, because that's why we're here. And so this is like, pay attention to your body. It's like a car, you know, you want to take your car in for regular maintenance. And I always think of the shop as the car spa when I bring my car in for an oil change. It's sort of this gratitude for thank you so much for all that you've done for me, for all the places you've brought me, for all the ways you've kept me safe, for all the ways, the time you've saved me in many ways, you know. So even though it's a little annoyingly expensive sometimes, it's still just like an act of gratitude to take your car to the shop. So this is a little bit of like, have an act of gratitude for your body this week. You know, take it to the shop, let it get its oil change. I'm sure that feels good, like clean teeth or clean sheets or something like that, you know. I don't think the car actually feels anything, but that's how I imagine it. So I'm not like, oh my God, I had to spend money on that. I cannot believe I had to spend money on tires. It's like, I got some new wheels. Like, the car feels sexy and cute in those wheels. Like, let it. It's done a lot of work for you. So that's a little bit about what we're talking about with this elixir of life for our bodies. Like, let your body feel good. Make sure it feels good. It's the whole reason why you get any of these other experiences. So and then my home is my castle. So you have some ideas here. You have something you've imagined, and you want to share it, and you're willing to share it, and you're ready to share. You've been up in your head for a really long time, maybe even a little isolated up here in these little towers. And look at this whole gorgeous castle you've created, and you'd like to share it. You want to share something, your ideas with the world. You want to share maybe with an individual, or maybe with just the world in general. You'd really like to share what's on your mind, and you're ready to do that. So both of these have to do with home. Home in the sky has a little bit to do with stagnancy and choosing comfort over speed, choosing comfort over accomplishment. And then we have, and there are times for both of that, right? And then we have my home is my castle. So maybe spending this time at home allows you to develop these ideas and then finally share them. Because the stagnancy isn't always bad. It's, you know, you're at home, you're feeling comfortable. So there's a lot about home and comfort, and oh my gosh, there's two homes and the body comfort. So if you're going through a grief process or something like that, something that's really hard for you this week, don't be afraid to stay home and comfort yourself. I mean, there's a lot of, you're definitely being asked to comfort yourself here. So we're going to move on to Ethereal Visions. And part of that comfort might be sharing a part of yourself, talking about something. But make sure that you're comfortable, because, you know, there'll be time for accomplishments later, for talking, for moving fast, for, you know, accomplishing things. But let this sort of grief process play out and make sure you're comfortable and you feel good about being alive. Okay, and then we have, popping out here, we have this Queen of Cups, this pouring from a full cup. So this is possibly about what this is talking about, this refilling your cup so you can pour from a full cup. This could also be someone coming in with a love offering for you, to bring you some love, and you need to accept it, because, I mean, I don't know, but you don't have to accept love offerings from every Tom, Dick, and Harry that comes into your life. But if this is part of feeling comfortable and feeling at home in the world, then make sure you're accepting the love that's being offered, the wholesome, good, life-giving love that could be offered. And then we have Page of Wands here. So if sexuality is part of making sure that your body feels good, make sure that you then engage in something that makes your body feel good. So the Page of Wands can be about sexuality. I mean, look at that wand. I don't usually bring that up. I just kind of gloss over that, but we got a wand here and it looks very wandy. So there's a lot of curiosity, learning about that. It's actually reminding me of this castle too, this wand. So you know, there's that aspect too of learning about something, learning about intuition, learning about creativity or sexuality, something like that. Exploring. I mean, it's just hard not to deny because we've got this love offering here and then we've got this like sexual wand here. So, but I mean, obviously, like, protect yourself and use discernment. I'm not saying just go out and have sex, but there is some sort of like, especially with this elixir of life, there might be something sexual about your week. All right. Pisces, this is your past, your present, your inner landscape, what's at issue, your environment, your to-do list, and your possible outcome. Okay, your environment has a King of Cups. So we've got, okay, we got some court cards here. We've got 2 kings and 2 queens. So, so that's fascinating, especially. But of course, gender doesn't matter. The thing is, it's a matched set of energies, right? So it's not necessarily, you could be same gender, flipped gender, gender ambiguous. Who cares about gender? I don't. So anyway, 8 of Swords here. In your recent past, you felt trapped, you felt stuck, you felt like you couldn't move, couldn't go anywhere, but you could. The only problem was in your mind, and your mind telling you every time you said, I can't do that, or I can't figure this out, those bonds got tighter. And every time you said that, it actually was the only thing holding you back was your self-talk and was your perception of the situation. You were always free to leave. You were always free to go. It was going to take a little work, but you were always free to go. And this is a hard pill to swallow. Honestly, it looks like you already swallowed it, but because it's in your recent past, it could be bleeding into the present a little bit, but you felt trapped and you felt like you didn't have a lot of agency or a lot of control over what was happening to you or your situation, but you actually did. The whole time you had a lot of control in the situation. In your present situation, you have the Knight of Wands. So you have the Knight of Wands, who's all about pretty fast-moving energy, a lot of charisma, a lot of excitement, coming in with some inspiration. Maybe not, this could be an actual person coming in and offering you their wand. I'm sorry, I don't know where this reading is going. This isn't supposed to be this kind of reading. So coming in here with some inspiration, some intuition, maybe some sexual offers, Knight of Wands, just kind of charging in forward here. That's your present situation. Some pretty fast moving energy, possibly a person, a sense of renewal coming in here too. In your inner landscape, you have this 4 of Swords. I love this because this is about resting to prepare for the future. So, and that's what I believe this card is. She is looking, she's not looking, but she is facing the future. And here she is nurturing her body, resting, recovering, allowing her body to sort of recover from some of the traumas our bodies go through as we go through life, and some of the, you know, we feel all of these things, all of these emotions and all of these losses. We feel them in our bodies. The energy is stored in our muscles. This is why people often cry during a massage, especially if it's been a while since you had a massage. Is that all of that energy that you weren't allowed for whatever reason, they weren't allowed, supposedly, to express, gets like released through massaging those muscles and allowing that energy to be released out of your muscles. So this is what you're hoping for. You're hoping to rest. You're hoping to relax. You're hoping to take a little break. And it's all in purpose of preparing for the future, which is what I'm seeing with this. Like, it's okay to be comfortable. It's okay to be comfortable this week, to make sure you're relaxing, you're comfortable, because it's all in preparation for something happening in the future. It's all here. You're resting up for the future. So in your inner landscape, what you're thinking about, what you're dreaming of is some nice, good rest, a nice long nap. And this recharges you. A nap for the purpose of recharging, not for the purpose of like dying eventually, but for the purpose of recharging your batteries so that you can go back into the world and with all the energy and force and the dynamic that you can bring to, you know, the situations that we all face. So at issue here is this King of Pentacles. So the one thing that's causing a problem for you is The King of Pentacles gone wrong is this thing. So it could be like way too much stubbornness, way too much stability, a refusal, a straight up refusal to move forward, greediness, clinginess, or even, yeah, that's our King in reverse. Is some sort of stubborn clinginess. Maybe you're clinging to this idea that you're stuck and you're trapped, or a greediness, not a lot of imbalance, some sort of imbalance with your work or your coins or something like that. There's an imbalance here. And then in your environment, we have a King of Cups. We've got a Queen of Cups that just popped out randomly at the beginning here. I guess the tarot had more cards it wanted to talk about than my little spread here was going to allow. So it wanted to bring in the King, it brought in the Queen of Cups, and now we've got the King of Cups in your environment. This is a lot of emotional maturity, intuition, leading the way, guiding. There's a person here, most likely an actual person. There's kind of an emotional storm can be raging over here, but this person is cool, calm, collected. Their emotions are just here to give them information. They're not controlling them. They're not ignoring them. They're not allowing them to completely control and upend their life. They're just gathering information from their emotions, and they're able to handle their emotional liquor. So we have an emotional king here who's very stable, very zen-like with the tumult of life going on around them. So you do have somebody in your environment that's bringing in that energy. Your to-do list is this Queen of Swords, to be very focused on what you want out of the situation, what you understand to be true, what you see, and your experience. So this isn't the King of Swords who's very balanced, takes in both sides. This is the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords, and neither one is wrong. There's times for both of them, right? Neither one is, the tarot is very patriarchal, hierarchical here, right? We don't need to necessarily embody that ourselves. And so, and go along with that and perpetuate that issue. But what we have is this Queen of Swords. So there is a time for you to just be focused on what you need, focused on your perspective, focused on what you want out of a situation, focused on how you see the situation and what your perspective is. Your job, I mean, you were born here to bring your energy into life and into every situation. Yeah, we eventually compromise and we do that, but that's not where we start. We start with understanding who we are, understanding our truth, our understanding of the world, our thoughts, our ideas, our truth here. She's got her sword and she's looking at her sword, not everybody else's sword, not trying to balance out the sword. It's okay. This is not a bad thing. This is a good thing. And it's time for you. The timing right now, you're in this, what's my truth? What's my sword? What do I need out of the situation? What am I experiencing? This is all like this similar, like taking care of yourself. Here she is with her truth. She's got this world back here. She's got a part of herself she's going to give to the world. That's your job, is to give a part of yourself to the world. But you can't give a part of yourself to the world unless you know what that is. And so this is being very focused on who you are and what you're bringing to the world. And that's the energy you need to come into right now. It's just, this is a focus on yourself, on your comfort, on your creature comforts. We're not narcissists here. We're not, dismissing other people's needs and other people's legit needs. I mean, everybody has needs, right? So we're not like just giving up on that and just oh, it's all about me this week. But there is a little bit of focus on your renewal and renewing your spirit and renewing your focus and renewing your vision. And it's just that time, we have a time period where that's the focus, right? And that's what all these readings are, is like the focus of this time period is this. And where you're going is the Magician, manifesting something very beautiful that you've wanted for a long time. And maybe you felt like you couldn't move towards that. But this rest, this renewal, this focus, refocusing your vision creates this Magician energy, right? This is all where this is going, is this manifesting something new, something beautiful. And I do want to say that we have this, we have this Page of Wands here, learning about wands, possibly intuition, possibly inspiration, possibly sexuality. We have a Knight of Wands bringing in his wand here. We have the King of Pentacles has his wand here. None of the kings ever are without their wands, without their intuition, right? This is part of their power. And then we have the King of Cups has his wand right here. So we've got, I mean, we've got a lot of wands here, a lot of guys holding on to their wands. And then we've got this magician here. He's got his wand in his hand too. So there's a lot of intuition here. And the magician just he's gathered all the tools. He has what we need. So maybe part of what you need is just to refocus your vision and to rest and recuperate and make sure your body's feeling really good and that you're feeling refreshed. And then once you feel refreshed, both in vision, in body, in spirit, in mind, then you can come into this space of manifesting, wish fulfillment, dreams coming true, that kind of thing. All right, Pisces. Well, that was a fun reading. I hope that you enjoy this week and you can take some time to replenish and refresh your vision and your body. So I do love your comments and your likes and subscribes, and it's fun to interact with you guys, and it also raises the visibility of the channel so that other people can find it in the future. So you can consider yourself a philanthropist when you watch these videos and comment on them. Have a great week.